Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are interested in data analysis, Excel, and building real-world skills, then you are in the right place. Before we get started, please do me a favor. Please like, share, and subscribe because I will be dropping more practical data analysis tutorials like this. Now, one thing beginners don't realize is this: data is never clean. Before any analysis, the first thing you must do is to clean your data properly. So in this video, I am going to show you how I turn messy data into something ready for analysis using Excel. Now you can see that this this data set is not clean, it is not structured, and if I am to do analysis on this, it will be impossible. I can never do analysis on this. So I have to make it structured and format. So what do we do? I have to turn this text into a column so that each name, gender, score will be having each column. So I have to assign an attribute to each column. So I'm having my data set. What do we do? I just have to select the column and then click on data and then look for text to columns. So as text to columns here, I'll click on text to columns, select delimited, click on next, and then click on another next. You can see that this is how they're going to arrange my data. So as it is being structured this way, it will help me to do my analysis simple. Now I have to click on finish. Okay, so we can see clearly that it has been structured. Now let's extend this line here. So we can see clearly that this is being structured. Our data is being structured. Still, we are not done with cleaning this data. Still, it is looking messy. When someone sees it, it doesn't look appealing. It doesn't look more structured. So still, we have to do something to this data set. Now, when you look at the student's name, you can see some duplicate values here. There are some names which have appeared twice. That is what is called the duplicate values. So these are the duplicate names. You can see John Mensah has appeared here, and then John Mensah 2 has appeared here. Your Osei is here, and then your Osei has also appeared here. So what do? You just have to select the column because we are removing the duplicate. So the duplicate means the names are two, so we have to remove one and leave the other one. So I have to select the column student name. Now remember, it is on data, so we just go and look for remove duplicate. This one, as we remove duplicate, click on this and then we click on OK. So you can see that I selected the student name, gender. Is checking all these columns to see the duplicate values in there and then to remove them. So we click OK. So as you can see that it has removed the duplicate values. 2 duplicate values found and removed. So it has left with 9 unique values remain. Okay. So you can see that Joe Mensah that left with 1, and then Joe Osei 2, 1 is being removed. Still, we are not done with our data set. We have to trim the student's name. You can see there are spaces here. John Mensah, Kofi Asare, there are other spaces here. So we have to trim these spaces. Now what do we do when trimming a space? We have to create a column. We have to insert a column and then trim these names here. When we are done, then we copy it back to refill or to replace the student name here to get original one. How do we trim it? Trimming will start with equal to sign, and we type trim. You see trim here, and then see that says we should input our text here. So I have to click on this text and I press enter. So have you seen that the space here is being removed, it's being trimmed. So we are having geometry here. So with this formula, Excel recognize it, so we can use this, or we can apply this formula to all other names by just dragging this down here. Yes, so it's just that simple. So what do? We just have to copy this and then paste this into our data set, to the original one. So we are replacing this into this one. This is not being structured, so we have, as we have trimmed this, we have to replace it to this. So we just copy this one, we will copy this. Where's the copy? Yes, and then we are going to paste it here. Paste the values one, so we have to paste this. Yes, you can see that this has replaced this. Now this column we can just delete it because we are not going to use it again, so we can just delete it. Now we are done with trim. We have to standardize the text. When you check the student name, you can see that John is starting with a small letter, which is a lowercase. Amma is starting with a capital letter. So the names, some of them are starting with lowercase, some of them are starting with uppercase. So we have to standardize it so that all of them will be the same. So if all of them are starting with lower, they start with lower. If it is upper, they start with upper. That's the standardization. Now what do? We apply the same rule. Let's insert another column here and then use a proper case. So I will click equal to sign and use a proper case here. So it's a proper, so select a text. I'll click on this text and then press enter. So have you seen it had done it with a proper one for me. So John is starting with a capital letter, and then the Mensa too is starting with a capital letter. This is what we wanted our text to be. So this is called a proper text. I have to just drag it down to apply all this proper case to the rest of the room, rest of the names. Sorry. Okay, so as we are done it this way, we also have to replace it to this one, because this one too, we are not going to use it. So let's replace this as we did it to the other one. So we are replacing the column B inside the column A. So we just have to highlight it, highlight it, and then copy, and then come to paste here. Paste it as a values. Yeah, don't paste it at this. If you are pasting it for the first one as text, this is how you're going to do. So paste it as values. You click on it. So now we are having our correct structured name, student name here. This column we are not going to use it again, so we just have to delete it. Yes, we have deleted it. It's that simple. Now what do? We have left with, so we are done with this one. When we check gender, we know that nothing is wrong with the gender. Score, we know that there was one missing value here. We come back to it later. Let's check the class. Class 2, you can see that they are not all at a level. They are not all the same. We have level 100. This is starting with a lowercase. This is starting with an uppercase. So this one too, let's standardize it. So the same formula, we have to insert a column, and then column, press equal to, and then use a proper case to standardize it. Yes, use your proper case to standardize it, and then click on test, press enter. So we are using this one for all of this. Excel recognize this formula, so as we drag it down, it will apply to all these values. That's how it is being done. Now we have also been able to standardize this, and then as we are done with this, we have to also replace this one, the column E, to column D, because the column D is the original text or the original format. So as we have done cleaning the column D, we just have to replace it back inside the column D. So we will select this and copy and then paste it as a values here. Yes, so you can see that the column D is being standardized now. It has been standardized now. Standardized now. What do? We just have to delete this. Delete our column E. We delete it. So this is how our data is being structured. Now we know that the score, your essay, is not having a score. That one too, we have to deal with it, because as your essay is not having a score, it's making our data still looks incomplete. And so what can we do here? Is either we leave it or we just have to highlight it. In a raw data analysis, we can delete this column because it is incomplete. But here we are not going to delete it. We are just going to highlight it so that whoever sees our data set will know that Yawase is incomplete here. So we just have to highlight this. I'll highlight this here. Come to home, and then we will highlight this. Let me pick this color. Okay, so I have highlighted this color. So this one, you can see that this is a very clean one. Yes, this is a very clean one. It's a very clean and structured data now, from messy data to this clean one. In my next video, I'll use this same data set to actually perform analysis and extract insight. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. See you later. Bye bye.